me about David.
David, man, we booked David to a fight, and we went to weigh in, and the commission goes, we were supposed to do the weigh-in. Your opponent had a 60-day suspension, and we thought it was clear, but he needed one more day to clear, and that fight was canceled. But going through that, when I met David here, I knew he had a lot of potential. He knew how to punch, he knew how to kick, he knew his ring awareness, but he didn't put it together. He didn't want to. He waited when somebody hit him. He smiled at him. He smiled at him and just waited. And then, me and Coach Rush Johnson, we would walk around and say, hey, you gotta pull something, And then when we booked the fight, that's when David knew it's time, So when our fighters know when it's time to get ready for a fight, they get ready. During that training session, he was knocking people down with body shots, knocked two guys down with head kicks, So, and we were ready. We knew he was ready for the fight, So, and then now you watch them. It's a new person, Now he knows how to, catch a leg, throw him on the floor. Take his time, know when the right punches, know where the right kicks is. I'm walking around, I'm coaching him, and he's doing what I'm telling him to do. So just listening and learning, he grew as a fighter, and that's what David's going to be, when he gets in there,
Different.
Ladies and gentlemen of Knucklehead Nation, David Marquez. David, how are you, young man?
Awesome, man. 8 rounds in the books tonight, and I still feel like I can take a deep breath.
David, how long have you been training for, man? I mean, you're out here putting in some serious work.
Yeah, so I've been training for 6 years now. I think it was 2014. Right after I graduated high school. Wrestled for 4 years there, and I just realized I was like combat sports or anything like that I need to get into, and then took a summer job, made $1,000, and dropped it on my first year of training.
Wow.
And rest is in the books now.
Nice. I said we're here at Buena Park Martial Arts Academy, man.
Yeah.
What made you choose this location?
So back a while ago, if you've seen, there's a couple guys wearing different shirts like All In MMA.
Yeah.
So that's when I first joined, when it was still underneath the name of All In MMA, and we partnered up with another group of people who transferred over to Buena Park Mixed Martial Arts. But I came here because I had a family friend who was coming here. He joined. He was like, yeah, man, if you want to come, great environment, good talent here. Cisco Rivera is here, David Duran, Steve Ramirez was out of here for a while too. So we had a bunch of Bellator and UFC guys here in and out all the time. And I was like, that's where to go. Train with the best to become the best. So I was like, I'll come here, and then everybody became family here and stuck with them.
David, interestingly enough, you've hit me up in the past to compete at FightersRep.
Yeah, a couple times actually.
Was that before you got here, or what?
I've been here since, and I've been in and out of a couple different gyms. I trained out of HB Ultimate Training Center, a place called Rise Muay Thai, which is out of Raw Talent Boxing now, which you've been over to before, right?
I believe so.
Raw Talent, yeah.
If not, we're going to have to go check them out as well.
Yeah. They got some good boxing over there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, man. When I hit you up, it was pretty much looking to get a fight. There was nothing going on. Yeah. I didn't have any promoters looking for me, or none of my coaches were looking for fights. And I was just like, man, like 5 years came around, 4 years came around, 5, 6. I was like, man, I need a fight. So hopefully everything is cleared up because of COVID now, and we can just make this fight happen.
Hopefully, man. What is it that makes you want to fight? Why'd you choose this line of work? Because this is a tough thing to do, man.
It most definitely is. I don't know. I always joke around with people saying, like, I like to get hit. You know what I mean? Pain has never really been, like, an issue for me. Like, they say, like, pain, gain, and stuff like that, But, I don't know. I just really liked it. I don't really mind getting hit. It's fun. And honestly, it's just like a nice, humbling thing for me. So many people are like, so into their ego and stuff like that, and then you come here and get kicked in the head, and you're like, okay, you know what? Like everybody's human,
That is a real aspect of training with people that are punching you all day.
Yeah, man. So it really humbles you, and it really makes you take a step back and really just be like, you know what? Like everybody's human. You're, even though you're strong as can be, and and training and stuff like that, you gotta really just let the ego go.
Got you. So David, this is an MMA gym, essentially, but you know, you're interested in taking a kickboxing fight.
Yeah.
What's kind of the trajectory that you're looking to go down?
Well, at first I was just looking to get into anything, you know, whether it be an MMA fight or a Muay Thai fight. You know, boxing I was looking into for a while too. I was just looking to get in anywhere. But as time went by and I trained more with Cisco and started learning his lineage of Muay Thai from Coach Johnson as well too, and then his is from Eddie Cha. Going through that more and more, I just fell in love more and more with just pure stand-up. And then, you know, I felt like I was getting more fluid with just stand-up. Kind of strayed away from my wrestling because I did some catch wrestling with Josh Barnett for a while too. And then, you know, I was just like just coming here more and more often. Like I said, neglecting my grappling and stand-up. I just always loved striking. You know, like good wrestling, I always had good takes and takedowns, but that's what I wanted for, so I can defend the takedowns and get right back to banging. So. That's where it took me, and then, you know, now that these fights, you know, people have been asking me to come and do Muay Thai fights, I was like, yes, please, like, I love striking, so I want to pursue that as far as I can go, and then, who knows, take a couple belts in there, and then move on to MMA.
Sure. David, are you from this area?
Yeah, so, born and raised in Orange County, basically all my life. We grew up in Santa Ana for a while, and then from there it was...
It's a tough area.
Everywhere. Yeah, it was, man. It was. I grew up in the little, you know, I guess F Troop area was where I grew up. So there was all that stuff that was happening around there. But since then, never really, I mean, everybody's got to have that story, like never really a stable childhood. But I moved everywhere up and down the coast, from Chino Hills to Barstow to Huntington Beach, Westminster, Garden Grove. So I moved around everywhere. And yeah, at my freshman year is when I transferred over to Garden Grove High School. And I was living in Anaheim at that time, and then Anaheim became my hometown. Yeah. And so that's basically where I live out of now, and probably I'm going to be staying living out here for a while.
David, what has training in MMA, Muay Thai, kickboxing, what's it done for you?
Well, definitely when I first started wrestling, it made me understand that hard work pays off. You know what I mean? You got to embrace the grind. I have it tattooed on me. You know, I believe in it very much so. And a lot of my sayings that I believe in are tattooed on me too.
Let's take a look at that.
Yeah. So embrace the grind. I got this back in high school.
I like it.
And then the one on my arm is the one true thing that I believe in. It says respect all, fear none. And that is one thing that fighting has definitely taught me is, you know, have respect for everybody. You know, don't ever disrespect anybody. Respect is earned, you know, not given as well. But at the same time, don't fear anybody either. You know? If you believe in yourself, you know, the other guy that's standing across from you is, like I said, just human as well.
Yeah.
And discipline, you know, like I feel like it does for everybody, you know. I mean, you do have the case of wild fighters here and there and stuff like that, but for the most part, it teaches you just to stick with it. Hard work does pay off.
For sure. Well, David, man, I really appreciate your time.
I appreciate you.
Is there anyone you want to shout out that's kind of contributed or helped you on this journey, you know, so far?
Well, definitely so. I mean, I want to shout out this gym here, Glen Park Mixed Martial Arts. One of my head coaches, Coach Johnson and Coach Pot, they have been basically my biggest contributors, other than my teammates that I spar with here and there, as well as Cisco Rivera, David Duran, Steve Ramirez, Tom Landeros. All those guys, man, they've been whooping my ass since I started, and it's made me better since. So I want to shout them out and shout you guys out. Thank you very much for doing this for me.
For sure, man. My pleasure. Where can we follow you on social media?
You can follow me at deathdealer_125.
I like it. David
That's
Marquez,
me.
ladies and gentlemen.